Hey guys, it's Kobe with Royal Bible Reviews coming at you again this week with another Bible review. This week, I thought it would be fitting to review the MacArthur Study Bible. Those of you that know or keep up with things, and even if you don't, in the Reformed community or the Calvinistic community, I'm sure you saw where Dr. MacArthur passed away this week. He was 86 years old. I mean, he pastored the same church for 56 years. I mean, he leaves behind a wealth of information, a wealth of knowledge. It's very sad. R.C. Sproul passed away in 2017, and now MacArthur's gone. And I know for me personally, in my lifetime, they're probably two of the better theologians, if not the greatest theologians of this lifetime. I've often said, and I know some people won't agree with me, I know there's some things about MacArthur people try to bring up, and it's controversial, but nobody's perfect. I'll just say that. I'm not going to, dive into it too much, so please keep the comments nice if you do comment. But I've often said that if in 100 to 200 more years, if this world is still standing, I honestly believe that people will talk about Sproul and MacArthur the way we talk about Spurgeon and Calvin and Edwards, people like that. I could be wrong, maybe not exactly the same, but the two of them, just the knowledge that they leave us, and thank God for the digital age that we're in. We have all their teachings and things like that. So anyway, I've had this Bible for a while. Before I get into it though, I need to make a correction. A guy that I know, a friend of mine that he's works with Lockman, he did let me know, if you remember, I recorded the video last week and reviewed the Humble Lamb Bible. And I said that I thought that these maps in the back were the Lockman maps. They are not. They are Humble Lamb's maps. Now, I don't know where they got them from, or if they just developed them on their own or picked them or what, but either way, they're not Lockman maps. So I wanted to correct that, and I do stand corrected, and I apologize for that. So anyway, all right, let's get into this Bible, though, what we're here for. So the one I have, it's not a premium. It is the paste down faux leather. The one I got is called the Black Sword, and I will leave a link to the 316 website where you can purchase it. Right now it's $69.99. You may be able to find it a little bit cheaper elsewhere, but it does have the updated verse-by-verse study notes, book introductions, and articles, a personal letter from Dr. MacArthur in the front of the Bible. It is a black letter text with a 9.5 point font. It has over 90,000 cross-references, over 14,000 translation footnotes. It is line-matched 2-column paragraph layout. It does have the comfort print typeface from Thomas Nelson, which is wonderful. It does have 36 GSM Bible paper. It does have a presentation page. It is SMICE sewn, so it is perfect for a rebind. It has perimeter stitch faux leather cover, gold gilded pages, rounded spine and page corners, gold full stamping on the spine. It does have 2 double-sided satin ribbon markers. Now, I want one of the premium ones. Of course I do. But the premium ones come with 4 double-sided satin ribbon markers. So, again, if anybody wants to donate to the channel, just know it, go to purchase something like that. But anyway, it does have tables for weights, measurements, and monetary units, and over 16,000 concordance references, and 8 full color maps, which we'll get into those in just a moment. All right, it does come with this slipcase, and it does say Legacy Standard Bible, the MacArthur Study Bible. Here this is. I'll let you guys pause it. It's got your ISBN and everything, and it's got all the information I just read through. And here it is. As you can see, it is perimeter stitched. But look at that sword. I like this because the Bible is a two-edged sword, and it does have the gold full stamping. There's nothing on the back. There's your gilding, no art gilding. You open it up. It is a paste down liner. It's not edge lined or anything. And then here's the word about the MacArthur Study Bible, which is the letter that they talked about. Now, this is on the thicker cardstock. Not the glossy cardstock, but the thicker cardstock. And then you've got the glossy presentation page, and then the MacArthur Study Bible. And as you can see, it says Thomas Nelson. And like I say, this was done in conjunction with 316 Publishing. So let me pull this up. There is your title page with your information. This was printed in China. Here's your table of contents. And if you guys are familiar with the MacArthur Study Bible, I firmly believe most everybody's had one or seen one. This thing is just packed full. There's no way I can go through everything. No way. But anyway, it's, you know, and here's the thing. MacArthur calls himself a leaky dispensationalist, and he was Calvinistic. There's a lot of things I didn't agree with Dr. MacArthur on, but that's okay. I still love Dr. MacArthur. He was a great expositor, verse by verse, you know, through the Bible. I think I read, because I've been doing a lot of reading on him, that it took him 11 years, I believe it was, to get through the New Testament. Because he went verse by verse, I think it, or 41 years, I think. Yeah, 41, I'm sorry, I don't know why I said 11. But that is crazy if you think about it. All right, as you can see, these pages are still stuck together. But look, this is just the index of charts and maps by book of the Bible. This is crazy how much information is in here. So again, I'm a Reformed Presbyterian that's post-mill. MacArthur was a leaky dispensationalist. Come on, spit out the meat. I mean, chew the meat, spit out the bones. I can't. I'll get it right here in a minute. It's fine. Just use this for what it is. It's a resource, and it's a wonderful resource. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and just bypass all this stuff here in the front, and just I'm gonna get it where it'll lay flat here. All right, here you go. As you can see, I love this blue, this like teal color for the section headings and for the headings here and everything, and for the verse numbers. It's very legible. Again, I love the comfort print. And as you can see, you've got like a thing here for Joshua's preparation for ministry. All throughout this Bible, it's got all kinds of study helps. I was about to get to the front of the book here. We'll look at it. All right, here is the book of Judges. So this gives you an idea of the introduction. It gives you your title, your author and date, background and setting, historical and theological themes, interpretive challenges, and then you'll have your outline. So this is how each book is introduced. Let me get over to the poetry section so you guys can see that. And like I say, this is a big, oh boy, this is a big, thick Bible. But it's a study Bible, so of course it's going to be thick. Here's Job, but here we are at the Psalms. All right, we'll open it up here and let you see. I love hearing that noise. What about you guys? Anyway, and look, it gives you the types of Psalms and, you know, which ones are what, the act of worship. I mean, just his notes alone is worth it, in my opinion. I mean, look at this. This thing is just full of information. Messianic prophecies in the Psalms, you know, I mean, just all the information you can get from this study Bible. Now, again, if you don't agree with his theology, that's okay. There's plenty of other study Bibles and study resources out there. There's the Reformation Study Bible that Ligonier puts out. There's the tried and true ESV Study Bible. So there's plenty of study Bibles out there. Let me flip through here. We're going to get to the New Testament. I need to go through and then stick these pages. You guys know that I love to do that. I'm weird like that. Let me keep going here. I ordered another Bible. Again, it's not another premium, so it was one that I've been wanting. I've got it. I'll explain whenever I review it. I'll be reviewing it next week. But let me get to the end here, or we can get to the New Testament. All right. Here is the introduction to the intertestamental period. I love how he does this. He goes through and explains what happens between the Old Testament and the New Testament, which is great. And then here's the New Testament. And then the Gospels. He gives you an introduction to the Gospels. Then here's your timeline, the Roman Empire, the ministry of Jesus, the ministry of the apostles. Here's a harmony of the Gospels. I mean, see what I mean by it's just chock full of all kinds of just wonderful information. The last Judean and Perean ministry of Jesus. The Galilean ministry of Jesus. Jesus' final week. I mean, just all kinds of charts and notes. Prophecies of the Messiah fulfilled in Jesus Christ, presented here in their order of fulfillment. I mean, just look at this. This is just incredible, the resources you can use and get out of this. Again, like I said, you don't have to agree with everything on him or with him and what he believed, but I mean, you can utilize this. It's got a brief overview of Christ's life. I mean, all that before you get to the introduction of Matthew. So, I mean, like I said, if you can't use this, there's something wrong. And we'll get over here into Matthew. This is a black letter text, which you guys know me, I prefer. All right, here we go. There we are, Matthew 5, and there it is, black letter text. But the study notes are very legible too. And like I said, I love these tealish, bluish highlights. As you guys know, blue is my favorite color. Let me flip here to the back. That way you guys can see when it gets to the end here. I love John MacArthur. It brings back memories. I remember listening to him a lot on the radio, just his voice. And I tell you, I respect him, the times he went on Larry King Live, you know, him standing up to Gavin Newsom during the pandemic. I mean, just all the things that he did. You know, like I said, even if you don't agree with him, you have to respect the man's boldness and him standing on the Word of God and what it said. He did not back down from anyone about anything. All right, you get to the end, and here's your appendixes of all the different things that are here. And like I said, it has just got all kinds of information. I mean, it is just wonderful. And I'm going to get here to the maps, and then we'll wrap this up. All right, and here are your maps from Thomas Nelson. You got your 8-color maps, and you don't have extensive maps in this, but you've got maps throughout each book of the Bible. So there you go. Here it is, the MacArthur Study Bible. What do you guys think? Do you have one? Do you want one? There's other translations. There's the New King. I want to say I still have it, the New American. You still might be able to get it in the ESV, maybe. But this is the LSB version, which I think is fitting to review just because of, you know, the Legacy Standard Bible being his, you know, the Masters University's brainchild, if you will. I know it gets a bad rap. People think that the LSB is a MacArthur translation. It is not. It's not. Do your research. That's all I'm going to say. But anyway, as always, guys, I really do appreciate y'all. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment on the video. There'll be a link down below to where you can purchase this. There'll be a link to the Truth and Love Network. As always, go check them out and what's going on with them. And there's also a link to the Wrath and Grace universe. Go check that out. My link tree is down below. You can click on it and it'll take you to all my social medias. It'll also take you to my Buy Me a Coffee if you feel so led to help donate to the ministry, to where I can keep purchasing books and Bibles to review. Please do so. But as always, thank you guys again. And until next time, grace and peace.